Würth 400, presented by LIQUI MOLY at Texas Motor Speedway.
Drivers, start your engines.
Drivers address themselves to the starting line, and the Würth 400 is underway.
William Byron holding really strong on that outside. That's impressive, Kevin.
Well, we had the truck race and Xfinity race here, and we saw that second lane. Yeah, you got to be really careful right there up on the top early in this race.
He thought better of it, didn't he?
About 3/4 of the way through that corner in turn 4, that's where that biggest bump is, and you have to have the car pointed straight. He get to his right rear. Now he's going to get to the right rear of that 2 car.
I think Hamlin blew up. That's exactly what happened to that car.
Hamlin has lost power coasting around the racetrack.
Oh, Clint.
I'd say the oil pan just blew
Hold it
up.
right there, lock it down.
And that is the second caution of the day. This one for Denny Hamlin.
Big fire,
going up in
Big
flames.
fire out of the right side pipe.
Not the Texas barbecue that 11 team wanted to see. Wow.
Yeah, he needs to stop.
And bail.
Yeah.
That whole thing is.
Jamie?
Yeah, he just came on the radio and said he lost power, and they told him to recycle the engine, and then just moments later you saw the flames, and he just came on the radio right now and said, well, that was fun, fellas. So he's okay as he climbs from the car right now.
Well, that's good. Hamlin had lost power, recycled it, tried to get it restarted, and then something internal. You saw those flames coming out the tailpipe and then everywhere.
Well, then you know, I mean, obviously, I think it had to have been oil because that's what got on the tires and spun him out. If they can finally let go right there, it grenaded. You don't see, that's oil pan failure right there. You don't see that too much in today's day and age. Lower end stuff.
Yeah, you see the smoke coming out of the front fenders up there, Clinton. The interesting thing was he had slowed down so much. Those are really interesting flames that I don't know if that's oil or not.
Well, it's blue smoke before.
Yeah, and Austin Cindric's going to hang on. So that strategy worked out for them. You never know how the end of these races or stages are going to work out, and that one worked out good for him. Oh man.
That's Chris Buescher.
Car.
Right rear tire's flat.
How much it is?
Caution is not out yet.
No,
Still green.
He's going to get it down on the apron and kind of out of harm's way here. If there is a caution, it would be for debris, but he's got to go half a lap now to get to pit road.
Well, now
that thing comes apart.
He's hoping that tire comes apart and the carcass goes up on the racetrack. He wants that tire to come apart to get that caution.
He was in third when that happened.
There it goes. Did it roll up on the track? It is on the track.
Caution. Throw that caution.
They're going to have to.
They got to throw it.
Better see it.
Not yet.
Still not. There it is.
Caution. Kyle Larson has won a stage in each of the last 4 races at Texas Motor Speedway, so we'll mark it down as 5 straight for Larson. It worked out fine for him. 17th after pit stops, a gain of 8 from where he would have been at the end of that prior caution. We're back to green. Byron taking off. And let's see how long he can hold the lead with a car where the steering angle is off just a bit.
Might not be as bad as they thought. Bubba Wallace, he's
big contact.
And he catches.
This is the big one.
Gregson, Bowman up and into the wall, and Allmendinger collected, and more.
He was.
Well, that's the big one we didn't have last week.
That guy was late to the party.
Yeah, well, we knew that these restarts were going to continue to get more and more physical, and we saw him get into the wall, got all jammed up there off of turn 2, and Bubba lost control of his car, and that just caused a chain of events.
Car almost took flight.
Yeah, the 20.
See the flaps catch, and watch this car come up. The flaps catch and did their job, put it right back down on the ground.
Yeah, it doesn't look like from that angle that the 22 was on that back bumper, but when those cars are all jammed up and one's right there on that left rear like that, it just takes it feels like the front tires don't even work anymore with the way that the front end. And that guy right behind him, Kyle Busch, we know how hungry he is to get his car back in victory lane.
Oh, no! Around he goes! And into the wall in turn 4.
All right, let it roll, if you're good. We got him.
And Ricky Stenhouse, who fired off 14th on that restart, went for a big slide through the ball field between pit road and the front straightaway.
There it is. See
That's where it starts.
Dust fly out of the car. Man, he was close, but Stenhouse almost clipped him when he came back across the racetrack.
Brushed the wall with the right rear corner.
Watch this.
Yikes. That's what put the 47 in the grass.
Good job for Ricky. He avoided a big one right there.
Ooh,
oh,
got a little air too.
right.
Under fire from Reddick on the inside.
Yeah, I think maybe what happened right there, Clint, is they just got out of the groove, and when those cars get side by side like that, is
Trouble back straightaway, and it is Custer, Keselowski, Kyle Busch, and Cindric.
Just talking about Brad needing a good run here and capping this day off with a positive points.
it feels so narrow down that back straightaway. It is such a narrow distance between wall to wall. There is not a lot of room for error back there.
Man, did you see Gibbs just barely squeaked by him in the wall?
And Austin Dillon on the
close.
inside.
Here
And
comes
then
Custer sliding in, and Busch as well. Cindric.
Seems like in 1 and 2, he's content to let that 22 car run that second lane and then be able to put that car in position. But Joey's there.
Big run for Logano off turn 2. Drops to the bottom. McDowell all the way down to the white line to block, and he has to gain control of the car and give up the lead.
He's going to lose second, too.
Logano, Blaney now. First and second with 3 to go.
Went right back to the middle of 1 and 2. He was struggling in the center of the corner, so he missed the bottom, and Logano pounced on him. Can you believe this 22 car is in the lead?
McDowell did everything he could. Oh, he's in the wall. Michael McDowell crashes off Calamity Corner.
Huge hit.
You slid up. I lost all the air.
Dang it.
All good, man.
So close.
And here's how Logano got the lead.
Well,
Look at him
McDowell
come off the bottom.
Yeah, he missed the bottom right there, and Logano was able to nail that second lane through 1 and 2, and then he decides to run him down all the way to the apron right there. And I'm not sure exactly what he was thinking right there other than to end the block, but he had a really bad angle going in the corner. I think he'd have been better off just to try to stay even.
Side draft with him.
Side draft into turn 3, but easy to say sitting up here.
To go. Green flag.
And they stacked him up. That's as tight as the whole field has been.
Pretty slow start, wasn't he?
Whoa, Ty Gibbs squirreled around there, but saves it. A lot of action in the back, up front, side by side, but Logano pulls away. Here comes Chastain. He's to the inside of Blaney and is going by for second.
Yeah, you see Ricky Stenhouse in the middle right there for 4th place.
Larson and Jones surround
Never
him.
lifted.
Austin Dillon moving up. And Logano trying to drive away. White flag, 1 to go.
Well, Joey Logano has done a great job today. They started deep in this field, and he has driven his way to the front, capitalized on every situation, and put himself in position to win this race.
Logano 5th at the flag last week, disqualified for a missing nut on the spoiler brace. Redeems it all right here around turn 3 and 4. Joey Logano will get his 37th win. The AAA Ford for Roger Penske will go to victory lane.
Yeah!
Blaney flipped up and couldn't stay to his outside. The race was over.
And I think Blaney knew that he was at a deficit with as loose as his car was. That's why he hadn't been picking the top. But there at the end, you just got to throw caution to the wind and see how it all works out.
Joey has one prior win at Texas, but it came 11 years ago. And he extends the string. He is the 9th different driver